Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 61, now into the 60s of Let's Try Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Hope you guys are doing well. We are checking out more Wrath here, and I hope you guys will join me. I don't think I have the audio. Oh, I do. Okay, good. Good. Alright, let's load up episode 60 here. We are still in Act 1, Canabras. I think we're in Act 1. Did that say on that save sheet there? Let's see if it did. No, not really. Okay. Alright, so we are going to hit the failed ritual site, I think. So let's continue. We are actually suffering from corruption and some negative levels. So there's that. We're close to leveling up though. Okay, we got a bloodshot eye, a bone meal, blood vial, and Bazoar. And now let's hit Gwerm's mansion, 2 hours. Hopefully get into some combat. We have to come here with Camellia. Boom. Let's go, son. To Gwerm's mansion. Read the notes you find while exploring dungeons. They might contain valuable clues. And there's Horgus Gwerm. We are in his mansion. Alright, let's step in here and talk to him.
Oh, there you are at last. You certainly took your time. I thought perhaps you got lost on the way here. I was already regretting not drawing you a map.
Horgus's relief is palpable even through his grousing.
It's a tragedy to see one's house in such a starry state, and I always had a few guards in my service, you know? I hope those blockheads died honorably and didn't simply flee at the first sign of danger.
Horgus turns toward the corridor with a pensive expression on his face.
My manor, you see, contains several items that are of great value to me. I wish to retrieve them before they are discovered by my fellow citizens, who in the current chaos seem to have taken to thieving and marauding like ducks to water. So here's what I want you to do. Take a stroll through my house, peek into the rooms, and if you find anyone, kill them on the spot. That'll teach any other opportunists to stay away from Horgus Gwerm's manor. While I was standing here by the entrance, I could clearly hear the sound of someone rooting around inside. Any possessions of mine you find in there, you can keep. It's all as good as lost to me anyway. When you're sure the house is empty, give me a signal from my study window. Wave a torch around or something like that. You can decide when you get there.
This should be good. I'm always up for poking around a fancy manor. What are these valuable items that they're worth risking your life by going back to the manor?
Never you mind. I'm paying you to clear out the ruffians inside, not to ask questions.
Horgus glares at you for a few seconds before dropping his gaze.
In any case, you will learn what this is all about just as soon as you clear the way to my study for me. So restrain your curiosity for now.
You're not coming in with me?
The very notion. You think I hire guards to do my bidding just so I can put myself in danger along with them? No. I've taken on my fair share of risk already today.
But all the same, you took the risk of coming here even though you were well aware of the danger. What is it that draws you here so strongly, like a moth to a flame?
Camellia, that's enough.
Oh, it seems I hit a sore spot. She quickly covers the smile that flits across her face. All right, I understand.
Well, get on with it. Are you waiting for a special order? I shall await your signal.
Horgus pauses.
And good luck in there, I suppose.
All right, we are at Horgus's manor. Make sure the mansion is safe. We'll start with this door here. Come on in. 69 experience. We get to keep the items we find in here. A dart, carved beads, and 9 gold coins. Okay, moving through. Oh, we've got a Cambion.
Attack! Can we retreat already?
And an Abercandilo. Sela.
The light take you!
Cover me, all right?
I'll cut you wide open.
Come on, guys. Oh, 47 XP. Wicked Longbow, land out 14. Wow, they both went down at the same time. Lots of loot in here.
Watch your back.
Let's see what we've got. We've got a studded leather, masterwork scimitar, and composite longbow. Nice, 200. Just in that alone. We've got 2 mutated fish, or fish on a stick, I suppose. Quick save. Little chest here with 2 flour, 2 edible moss, a purifying solution, and onion soup. That's a good one. Little loot here, 4 tainted fowl, 2 purifying solutions, 3 onions, 2 mix of spices, 4 coins, a fine feather, and a silver earring. Nice. Nothing else in here.
My steps.
Alright, let's come in here. Coin, punching dagger, and turquoise worth 6. Now let's retrace the steps
Let's head
back
out.
down a little bit. That's where we started, which was right there. Just checking every nook and cranny because there may be perception checks. Check on. Oh, what was found? Magdalar spots a trap. Oh, there is a trap right there, isn't there? Good job.
This is my kind of work.
Well, we know nobody got in here, potentially. But free loot for us. 2 coins, 2 fine hides.
Let us be careful.
Sophisticated instruments of torture. The purpose of some of them could only be guessed at. Wow, that was crazy. That person drove by with such loud music. It was loud in my room. Crazy. Quick save. Oh, we've got a second floor. What's he doing with torture devices? A heavy blunt object was clearly used to try to break down the door. The lock is broken, and the door cannot be opened. Cambions.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Oh, he's charging. Come on, guys, get in. Ah, I made a mistake.
The spirits demand your blood.
To go retreat.
We'll just take a shot. Oh, Magdalar. Doing work. There we go. Cambion's head, masterwork scimitars. Wow, we're making a nice bit, plus a composite longbow. What's with all the cambions though in here? Woljif needs to heal.
Don't mind me.
You can trust me.
Did you rest? Oh, you did. We'll try to save the rest of the spells for now. Anything back here? Nothing. Pick the lock. 60%. Let's go ahead and use a lockpick for 85%.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Boom. Oh, son, a shirt unidentified. It's only a shirt, though. It's a silver robe. Interesting. So who could that be good for? Here we have a coin, a shining shell, and a scroll of color spray. Very nice. Loving this area already. But we should have probably saved. +1 to all saving throws against fear effects. Oh, it goes separately from your armor. Nice. So save versus fear. We're so close to leveling up. Save versus fear, I would say... Sela already has a +10. And a +8 will. I only have a +4. Woljif is really hurting in that regard, but he's also level drained. He's got a Cloak of Disguise, -1 from Wisdom, -1 from negative level, yeah. Let's see. Versus fear effects. I guess my willpower could use a boost. Oh, that's awesome looking. That is awesome looking. Look at my dude, bro. He looks amazing. Silver robe. But I don't know if, like... Saving throws against fear effects. Probably want to give this to Sela, honestly. I don't know. I'll keep it on for now, I guess. We'll see. Yeah, why does he have torture devices? And this is his study. Door to the garden is blocked. Opening it is currently impossible. This looks like his study. We have to wave a torch around. Let's keep moving. Keep looking.
Tread lightly.
Tread lightly.
Mind
Ambience.
The light. They are the darkness.
Can't I now?
Aim carefully.
I'm not
Woljif. Oh. Baphomet's Flame Blade.
You're irrelevant.
Bro. Here comes a summoned wolf.
The inheritor guides my blade.
Oh. Down goes that one. Summoned wolves. Whoa. Let's try to block them. Only level 2, but still, there's a lot of them.
Excruciating. So this is how it.
Oh, down goes Camellia. And here comes a cultist conjurer.
No glory without
retreat.
Oh,
No.
down she goes. Really quickly. What are all these people doing in Horgus Gwerm's mansion to begin with? Masterwork scimitar, studded leather, breastplate. We have so much to sell when we get to a trader. Masterwork glaive, Scroll of Aid. +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and saves against fear. Plus temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus caster level. To a max of caster level 10. Magic Missile. I didn't see what caster level. Inflict critical wounds. Caster level 7. Whoa. 48 plus 1 point. 48 plus 7 damage with this. Wow. Pretty nifty. And a masterwork dagger. Nice, son. Let's head in here. Is this the study? Loot, Scroll of Doom, a pearl. Again, that's bugged, only worth 1 or something. I assume it's bugged because why would a pearl be only worth 1? Alright, now we've got some books and stuff to read potentially. This is the library, maybe not the study. 1,000 Revolutions. For the 3rd night in a row, I dreamt of the great gardeners knocking at my door. I cannot believe it is my turn to be cut down by a blade washed in the blood of 1,000 revolutions, as a wave of popular outrage washes over me, as my head tumbles down the steps of the scaffold. We take up the sword, and by it we shall perish. Once we struck down the imperial scum, but now it is we who must face the blade. The insurgent beast called revolution will never be sated. It needs new victims. This time, it's my comrades and I. The cruelty of the hoarders in power echoes in the cruelty of the paupers, now intoxicated by their own freedom. We wanted change? Well, here it is. This is a country now of mad fanatics, fighting their treacherous past every day. Former friends are today's foes. My workshop has been converted into a secret headquarters. If I could do it all over again, I would repair to my easel and refrain from the cause that has sent me down this path. Shadows of Absalom by Pax Grumetra. Nuan Quant peeped through a slit in the window shutter. The visitor was staggering at the porch. Nuan had promised himself many centuries ago that he'd never have to deal with halflings again. After the case of the clockwork head, even the bleaching is better than some adventures. However, there was something disturbing in the visitor's appearance. Something was wrong. What do you say, Kexi? His assistant sat at the next window with yarn and knitting needles in her hands. Look at his clothes, they're second-hand. He's a hobo. He is, but you're not quite right. Look at his feet. Kexi looked, trying to make out at least something in faint light of the lantern above the door. Are those... He was shackled? Rather than answering, the gnome stepped toward the door. We shall need a doctor. As if to prove his words, the guest faltered and collapsed onto the knees and fell head first onto the doorstep. Not sure what that's about. Is that like a Sherlock Holmes type homage reference? The Crusades is seen by the ordinary folk. Okay, we read that before. Whoa. Cooking Almanac of the Inner Sea by Jubilus Narthropple. There's 2 of them. It is perhaps Avastan's most popular dish. In the capital of Cheliax, it is baked in a cheese crust and sprinkled with lemon juice. The local fishermen use a different cooking method in Quadira, which is on the opposite end of Avastan. There you will find it finely chopped and mixed cold ingredients. The exact origin of the dish remains unknown, but it is generally believed to have been invented in Andorran and spread around the globe by seafarers and pilgrims. It's served as plain pâté in its most basic version. To prepare it, soak the herring in spiced marinade, then mince it into a spreadable paste. Add a mashed tart green apple, hard-boiled quail eggs, the freshest butter you can find, and half an onion. The list of ingredients may vary in the inland regions. In the region of Nirmathas, beef or lamb is used for this snack. I once tasted a highly original and equally highly disgusting version cooked with milk and mushrooms on the border of Druma. In Search of Joy, Confessions of a Heretic. I take a deep breath and stand still. I long to absorb every moment of joy, inhale the evaporation of someone else's soul from their thickening blood. The border between reality and dream fades. It seems that everyone beyond the wall can hear the throbbing in my head, but it's only my fantasy. A ringing silence fills the room. The fifth sacrifice has been made. My mistress, the most beautiful of goddesses, will be happy. I will take care of everything. Fragrant flowers, cut at the climax of their beauty, are now a part of the masterpiece, which is worthy of Shaylin herself. So what if the narrow-minded priests rejected me and my gift? I serve the never-fading rose herself, not the worms that bite into her stem and suck at her life-giving juices. It won't be long now before I finish my job. I've already found the material. Her eyes are gray and her hair is dark blonde. She is fading into the dirt. I will rewrite her destiny. On the nature of the divine. Wait, I think we read this one. Yeah, we read this. Let's come in here. Five artificial flowers. Whoa. They're expensive. Nice. Battle in the Valley of Fire by Loris Aldori. Ooh, an Aldori. Argun was knocked flat. He laid gasping, arms spread, a lump of rage rising in his throat. He remembered his dream. Black soil, red ravens in the empty sky, their coarse croaks ringing in his ears like a taunt. Chorrol would never take Rosalind. Never. Aldori sprang to his feet as if the blood-soaked soil was driving him forward. With a cry of rage, the Sword Lord rushed into the battle. The sky turned scarlet with blood as he furiously chopped off his enemies' heads. The scarlet horizon drew closer, and its roar nearly drowned out the sound of battle. Argun looked to the sky, and a fiery blast descended upon him. These were no ravens that circled above him. The fearsome breath of the red dragons of Chorrol melted their soldiers' armor and turned living flesh to ash and dust. And secret overlords, the essence of the world order. Until recently, we knew this world as it was described in books and stories. A sewer torn apart by hyenas that separate us with nations and borders, oppress us with extortion and lies, and assert their authority and power. However, someone else's hand rules these slaves who act like masters. It's a threat far more intimidating than a handful of arrogant fools. Our lands are secretly ruled by the most ancient creatures of Galarian, the inhabitants of the ever-dark depths, who know both past and future. People are led along paths they cannot see, and do not have the power to leave, to an end known only to our hidden masters. Some insist that the signs are purely coincidental, but they point to a vast conspiracy. Only a fool can fail to see how the myriad coincidences weave into a great cobweb, or they have submitted their very will and sworn their allegiance to our unseen masters in the depths. Pretty interesting, actually. Pretty cool. Even if it is mostly, or maybe a conspiracy in this world, it might not be. On the nature of the divine. Guide for travelers, hunters, and explorers. Yeah, we saw that one. Prodigal sons. Okay, this should be good. It's done, I said. Milliken studied me with narrowed eyes. You look awfully clean, he said. Where's the knife? In answer, the first shouts went up from the inn. Fire! Screamed Ilna, and then the other voices joined hers. In an instant, Milliken's entrepreneurial instincts took over, and he sprang for the door, tossing the crossbow aside. Outside, the roof of the inn was already smoking oily black against the sunset, flame licking through the thatching in places. With a scream of pain, Milliken ran for the creek. I looked to Fargus. Needing no further cue, we each grabbed up armfuls of supplies and sprinted off in the opposite direction. After 10 minutes of leaped brambles and ducked branches, we stopped to catch our breath. By the way we'd come, the smoke was still visible, or back the way we'd come, the smoke was still visible, though the sounds had faded to just the faint and frantic pealing of a church bell. That was close, Fargus said, leaning against a tree and breathing hard. Agreed, I puffed, staring down at the cloak full of bread that now made up our sole possessions. Then the sound of the bell reminded me of something. About what you said back there, I asked. You said Shaylin. I thought you were a priest of Desna. Fargus grunted. A man's faith is a personal thing, he said, tying up the cloak. Now shut up and keep running. And we did. Oh, this is a cool one. Adventures of a Fearless Crusader by Briggy the Sausage Maker. By Berthamel from Pidax. The Sharp Word Publishing Company. For dinner, the wounded were served cabbage soup. This didn't surprise them in the slightest. They'd had the same dish for dinner for a week. The hospital's residents used to be lucky enough to get potatoes and even turnips sometimes. But about a month ago, the Knights of the Order of the Thrice Holy Shining Sun and Dissipating Darkness Scimitar of our beloved goddess Sarenrae accidentally shot a catapult the wrong direction and annihilated the cart of the farmer who supplied the hospital with these vegetal delicacies. Ever since, the wounded only had cabbage soup for dinner, occasionally with a bit of protein when the odd cockroach crawled into the pot. After enjoying their delightful meal, the wounded stuffed their smoking pipes with something which rather more resembled hay than tobacco. Their bad habits demanded the inhalation of some smoke or other after mealtime, but with these practical matters happily resolved, they fell to talking. Which demon do you think is the most dangerous? Asked Wuzlik, or Wuzlich the spearman. Wuzlik, scratching the stub of his leg with the stub of his arm. I think it's the Abercandilus. Those monsters are cunning and sneaky, almost like Varegians, and their teeth are even sharper. Look. He illustrated his point for his comrades by holding up his remaining fingers, 2.5 of them. Depends the way you look at it, answered Gregley the artillerist. Though she could hardly look at it at all, her eyes were covered with bandages. Your Abercandilus are easy pickings, but Baylor's are a different thing. He hits you with his whip and your eyes pop out. She waved her pipe energetically, casting its contents into Wuzlik's face. While the latter was coughing and brushing himself out, Bricky joined the conversation. Balors and Brecandilus are alright, I suppose, but I'd say there isn't a demon in the world scarier than a regular louse. Of course, the other demons can teleport places, but the louse doesn't even need to do that. Wherever you look, it's already there. Then he stuck his hand under his shirt, pulled out the subject of his speech from somewhere in his armpit, and demonstrated it to his friends. You can run away from a big demon with a whip, but who can run away from lice? They sting everyone, from the foot soldier to the general. Even the queen herself isn't immune. Now you might say it doesn't do much harm. After all, how much blood can one louse drink? But I'm telling you, think how much soldier's blood they've all drunk together. It's got to be a whole sea, wouldn't you think? More than all the demons in the abyss. And if anyone tells me a louse isn't a demon, then ha ha to them. Could a monster like that come from anywhere else besides the abyss? It's pretty funny. No books of learning. Fairy Tales of Avestan. A long, long time ago, in a time before remembering, there was a furious god known as Rovagug, a terrible giant worm with 1,000 teeth and claws. He devoured every world in his path, one after another, but the great gods were displeased with the beast and delivered unto Rovagug their scourge. Many laid down their feuds to combine forces: mighty Torag, brilliant Sarenrae, vicious Asmodeus, crafty Calistria, cold-blooded Pharasma, and many, many others. Together they faced Rovagug as he attempted to swallow Galarian. The goddess of the sun, Sarenrae, forbade Rovagug's death, and so the gods imprisoned the fiend deep in the ground, shackled and sleeping. Asmodeus himself would keep the keys to his bonds. The terrible monster remains there still, asleep in his prison. Whenever Rovagug rolls over in his sleep and scratches his back against the prison walls, the earth trembles and volcanoes spit fire. And the Notes of a Traveling Priest, Ilthuliak, by Tyron Dean. Imagine this: a girl, whose name I shall not disclose, comes to town and immediately purchases the most expensive suburban villa. This newcomer spends unfathomable amounts on charity, even returning several tragically perished citizens to life at her own expense. She's very young. Her rough speech and manners indicate that she's not of noble birth. This leaves the whole town wondering, how did this young lady come into possession of such a huge fortune, and why does she spend it so eagerly? Those secrets were revealed to me when I was invited to the mysterious girl's house to provide healing services. The young lady reluctantly displayed something she'd been hiding from everyone: terrible acid burns. She forestalled any questions with a single word: Ilthuliak. The monstrous black dragon's name was well known in the River Kingdoms. She lived in the region for hundreds of years, inspiring terror and emptying settlements. Many experienced dragon hunters attempted to put a stop to her, and all perished. No one knew where Ilthuliak's lair was or where she would strike next. The wounds Ilthuliak's acid breath left on my patient's body were terrible, but her soul was hurt much worse. The girl and her friends had found the lair of the dragon. They could have gathered hunters to destroy the monster, but they instead kept silent in search of profit. When the lair's mistress was absent, they would carry treasure out little by little. Ilthuliak suspected something was happening, so she set an ambush for the thieves, and they were dealt with cruelly. My patient pretended to be dead, surviving while the dragon devoured the bodies of her friends. She had much gold left at her disposal, but it came with the burden of memories that recalled devastated cities and countless people burned by acid. Unable to tolerate the guilt, the girl tried to atone for ill-gotten gains with good deeds. I was able to heal her physical wounds. When we parted, she told me she planned to spend the rest of her wealth organizing an expedition to Ilthuliak's lair to end the beast. I recently heard rumor that the villa had been abandoned for quite some time now. It's possible the owner left for other lands, but my heart tells me her bones lie in the lair of Ilthuliak, that winged terror and plague to the River Kingdoms. I remember reading that in Kingmaker, actually. Pretty sure. Alright. Let's quick save and come down here. What is this? What room is this? I don't know which one we're supposed to wave a torch in. That was the kitchen. Maybe it's on the second floor of the study and it'll let us know when we're there. That's like the library. Come this way, come this way. Yeah, I guess all we have to do now is head to the second floor. Everything else is taken care of, so let's head up. Let's see how long we've been playing. 32 minutes. To the second floor we go. This looks ominous. Ooh, a Cambion Wizard. Level 3.
You are today's sacrifice.
They will break against our resolve.
Come on, land. Come on, land.
I feel faint.
Take him out. Take him out. Ah. There we go.
Solid plan.
Don't know why we're moving
Learn from my mistake.
slowly. I'm just kind of murder-blobbing everything. Because that seems to be... seems easy enough to do. Ranger has no chance. Nice. Just cost me a little healing with Elzarian. The Flame Blade. Cure moderate wounds. Masterwork Glaive, Dagger, and Breastplate. Breastplate, Dagger, Masterwork Sight. A Scroll of Protection from Good. The Ranger had a composite longbow, Masterwork Scimitar, and studded leather.
You won't survive me.
Let us be careful.
So very cool. Come over here. Not sure why we're moving so slowly. Maybe it's the heavy load. I don't know. Probably. Cultist Slayer. Whoa, that looks like a tough one.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Into the fray.
So this is how it feels.
This will leave a bruise.
Oh. 27 damage to Sela. I'm just kind of... There we go.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Just Murdablobbin away. We leveled up. Yes, next level can be a level up episode, or the start of one, of a series. Composite shortbow. Masterwork kukris. Cure moderate wounds potion and a chain shirt. And glass, whoa, worth 88. 2 coins, 2 fine feathers, 2 incense. Nasty. Perception checks.
Can't hide from me.
Almost everybody failed except Lan. Thank goodness. Then over here, perception check, no. So we'll check out this secret door next time, guys. Only 36 minutes in, so we can maybe open it now. Yeah. Oh. Scroll of Stone Skin. That's level 4. Caster level 7. The warded creature gains resist to blows, cuts, stabs, and slashes. The subject gains DR10 adamantine. Ignores the first 10 points of damage each time it takes damage from a weapon. Though an adamantine weapon overcomes the reduction, once the spell has prevented a total of 10 points of damage per caster level, maximum 150 points, it is discharged. Awesome. Scroll of Remove Disease, nice. And Scroll of Displacement, caster level 5, and it's a level 3 spell. The subject of the spell appears to be about 2 feet away from its true location. The creature benefits from a 50% mischance as if it had total concealment. Unlike actual total concealment, displacement does not prevent enemies from targeting the creature normally. True Seeing reveals its true location and negates the mischance. Alright, so very cool. Oh, we didn't get this ranger over here. So yeah, guys, I want to thank you for joining me. We are making some money in here, that is for sure. We're going to have a lot to sell. Right now I want to come down this way. And hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. Or leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Those are 2 ways to let me know that you want to see more. Thus more will get made. The door is locked by some unusual or magical means, so there's no lock to be seen. And yeah, I hope you guys will join me next time. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Would love to have you along. And hit the notification bell and all that good stuff. So next time we will start leveling up our peeps here. And trying to
Yet another obstacle.
Attack!
yeah, we'll start leveling up. And there we go.
Aim carefully.
And seeing how we do. And then we'll look for the study as well. So do hope you'll join me for that. We'll see if there's any perception checks around. Yeah, we're heavy.
Follow my steps.
Oh, there's little loot here. Silver spoon worth 6. Shining shell. 2 gold coins and a magic essence. Nice. It's only worth 3, but it is, the description for it says it's pretty rare. Alright, so only 1 door to go in. And that would be this one. So we'll head up that way. And yeah, very fun game. So hopefully, you know, this level up does as well. And we'll have to be smart about it so we get some real power. And yeah, should be very cool to look at how we're going to level our peeps up. So until then, guys, Be well, live well, stay well. And much love, peace, and joy to all of you. Don't go anywhere. Still just getting started. It's only Act 1 out of like 6, so plenty of game to come. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.